All right, did y'all see it? Three dancing minions. Okay, so grades are due tomorrow. Yeah. So make sure you got everything turned in. If you're not passing by tomorrow, that's it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Now, yesterday we learned how to do a quadratic regression. Do y'all remember it was menu what? Menu 416. So let's go to our calculator. I go to a new document, don't save, number 4, X and Y at the top. I put in my, whoops. I think it was supposed to be a 1. Either way, same thing. Either way, you get the same answer, but 2, negative 20, whoa, it's a Y. Negative 21, negative 24, negative 25, negative 24, negative 21. Okay, so if you plot those, you put the points into the table. Is everyone looking up here? Hey, 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 hey. Look up here. You got your table, you put it in, you press menu 416. X for X, Y for Y. Now, did any of y'all get something different for the B value? What'd you get? It's like an E, a long number. There, can you show it to me? Thank you. So I got A equals 1, B equals 0. Hold on one second. And then C equals negative 120, negative 25. Sorry. Now, sometime if you got for B 2E negative 14. Okay. Thank you. Okay. If you ever see something weird like this, that means 0. Okay. That basically means 0. Oh, other way around. Whoops. This means you have 14 zeros after the decimal point. I'm just doing everything wrong today. Okay, 0.0000000000002. Okay. So again, that is very small. It's basically 0. Okay. So again, if you ever see something like this, 2e to the negative 14, something like that, that means 0. Does everyone understand that? I've said it. It's on the warm up here. Okay. So we want to write that equation. Okay. So if I have A, B, and C, I want to write the equation. Here we go. Y equals A, which is 1, x squared, plus B, 0x, plus C. Now, if you put plus negative 25, that's okay. But let me tell you, each of those 3 terms could be written better. It's really going to be x squared with no 1, because 1 is implied. You don't write a 0x because it's gone. And then you just put minus 25 because plus a negative is the same thing as subtraction. Okay. Now, we talked about that yesterday. You had some practice on it yesterday. Today, we're just going to do some notes and give you some time to work on stuff. Today, we're going to answer the question, what if it's linear, exponential, or quadratic? What if you don't know which one to do? Okay, how do you figure out which one to do? Because y'all remember, we've done menu 413, 41A, and now we've done 416, right? So if you have a table, how do you know which one to use? That's what we're going to do today. Okay, let me pass this up. All right, these are new notes, so I don't want headphones in our ears, please. Please. And, hey. All right, just making sure you're with me here. Yeah, well, we finish the notes, you'll have time. Just trying to knock this out real quick. So, here we go. Everyone with me, following along? 5 minutes of your time, and we'll be done with it. Hey, please, we're doing notes. If you have a table, it could be linear or quadratic or exponential. So here's somewhat of a review with the new thing we learned yesterday. If it's linear, okay, looking at this table, you don't know it's linear necessarily until you do something. Do y'all remember how we would do this first? We would subtract first, right? Does that sound familiar? Okay, thank you. So let's subtract. Whenever you subtract, please remember you do bottom minus top. So 1 minus negative 2 is 3. 4 minus 1 is 3. 7 minus 4 is 3. If that first common difference is the same, which it is, that means it's going to be linear. Okay? So I'm going to say, hey, that's linear. Write that down, linear. Do y'all remember what we put in the calculator for linear? Spreadsheet, menu 413. I'm going to do that real quick here. Ready? 1, new document, don't save. Number 4, X and Y at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 2, 1, 4, 7. So everyone's able to type it into the spreadsheet, right? And then for linear, it's menu 413, right? X is X, Y is Y. Again, this is unit 1 stuff. So remember, it gives you two things, M and B. M is 3, B is negative 5. So can't you write that as Y equals MX plus B? Y equals 3X plus negative 5 is the same thing as minus 5. That was out of unit 1. Does that look like old news to you? Hopefully, okay? So that's if you subtract once and it's all the same. Now, here's what we did yesterday. If it's quadratic, how do you tell if it's quadratic? What you're going to do is do the first difference. It's not going to be the same. And then what you have to do is find the second difference. If that's the same, then it's quadratic. Let me show you what I mean. Once again, we're going to subtract bottom minus top. So negative 10 minus negative 8 is negative 2. Negative 14 minus negative 10 is negative 4. Negative 20 minus negative 14 is negative 6. Is the first subtraction, the first difference, the same? Is it the same? No, okay? So it's not linear. Here's what you do. If the first difference is not the same, do another one with those numbers you just got. So we're going to subtract again. So negative 4 minus negative 2 is negative 2. Negative 6 minus negative 4 is negative 2. Now it's the same. When the second subtraction is the same, that's when we have a quadratic function. Okay? Here's one way you can remember that. Quadratic is x squared, which is a little 2. This is the second difference, 2. That makes sense? Second difference, quadratic is squared, okay? Now this is like our warm-up, so I know y'all can do this because we literally just did this. I go to my calculator, I do a new document, I don't save, I go to number 4, not 3. X and Y at the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 8, negative 10, negative 14, negative 20. What do I do for quadratic? Like the warm-up menu, what? 416. X is X, Y is Y, and I hit enter. Now, just like the warm-up, if I have A, B, C, I can write it in standard form. So A is negative 1, B is 1, C is negative 8. So I'm going to write y equals negative 1x squared is negative x squared, plus 1x is plus x, plus negative 8 is just minus 8. Okay. Do you see how I don't write the ones? Adding a negative is just a subtraction sign. Okay. So I'm going to give you 1 minute. I want you to try number 3. Let's see if you can do it in 1 minute, just like the number 2. So try number 3. See if you can find the first difference. If that's the same, if not, do the second difference. And there's a minute. All right, here we go. Did you do the first subtraction? 1 minus 8 is negative 7. Negative 16 minus 1 is negative 17. And negative 43 minus 16 is negative 27. Now, that is not the same. So it is not linear. Let's try another subtraction. When I subtract these, I do end up getting negative 10 and negative 10. So that means if the second subtraction is the same, it is quadratic. And then I can use my calculator. Now, I'm just gonna type these in here. So I get A is negative 5, B is 8, C is 5. So I can write it. Y equals negative 5x squared plus 8x plus 5. Oh, squeaky chair. So, does everyone see how you can do quadratics? Now, what if it's not linear? What if it's not quadratic? Last one here. It could be exponential. Now, it also could be cubic, quartic, hyperbolic, a million other things. But so far, we have 3 options. But let's make sure we know it's exponential. So here we go. First subtraction. We're going to do this a little bit faster. 8 minus 4 is 4. 16 minus 8 is 8. 32 minus 16 is 16. Is it linear? No. Let's do another subtraction, right? Sub 2 here. 8 minus 4 is 4. 16 minus 8 is 8. Is it quadratic? No. Okay. Now, instead of subtracting, I'm going to scroll up here. We're going to try dividing. Remember, you do bottom divided by top when you find the common ratio. So let's divide. 8 divided by 4. 16 divided by 8. 32 divided by 16. What do each of these give me? 8 divided by 4 is 2. 16 over 8 is 2. 32 over 16. When you divide every one of those numbers, you get the same common ratio. So it has to be exponential. So what are we going to do? We're going to do menu 4-1A. Okay. So I go to my calculator, new document, don't save, number 4, X and Y at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 8, 16, 32. Menu 4-1A x and y. Now remember, exponential gives you a and a b, and you write it as a times b to the x. Y'all remember that from unit 2? So it told me a is 2 and b is 2, so I'm going to write it as 2 times 2 to the power of x. A is 2, b is 2. That's how you write for exponential, okay? Now, we're going to wait till tomorrow to do an assignment on this, but if I give you a mixture of different tables, can you figure out what it is and do the right regression? That's the question, okay? Now, today I want to give you time to finish yesterday's assignment and any missing work, especially if you're not passing, because we got to get you passing for tomorrow. So that's it for today on the notes, and then missing work and yesterday's assignment. Here we go.